So my story begins in 2011. I was a senior in high school, and back then I only had 4 classes. I was an ASB, I was a TA, like I didn't do anything my senior year. Like they should have just let me go my junior year. So my day started off on a Tuesday, and I went to class, and I was just sitting down chilling like the cool kids. I was on my cell phone texting, and the counselor walks in. She walks in and she starts giving a speech, and I was just like, oh my God, like I want to go home. I was got out about 12:45, so it was just like looking at my watch and looking at my watch. So she finally starts talking, and I was just daydreaming. I was just like thinking about prom and like my dress and everything that I was gonna wear, and it was just, prom and graduation and all these things that I was thinking about, and I wasn't listening to the counselor. So she finally finishes, and she just walks up to me and she says, Audrey, like, can you meet me in my office tomorrow around noon? And I was just like, great, like, I'll stay longer tomorrow. So I meet her in her office, and she's like, an opportunity has come about. And I was just like, what are you talking about? I was always in the office for not good reasons. So when she told me to go into her office, I was kind of like, what did I do this time? So when she told me an opportunity came up, I was just like, what is this about? I have no idea. And she gave me a piece of paper, and it said Women's Empowerment Scholarship. And I was just like, what's this about? She was like, I really think that you need to apply for the scholarship. And I thought to myself automatically, negative Nancy. I was like, I wouldn't win this. Like, I'm not smart enough to get a scholarship. And she kind of like eased me down, and I wrote the speech. It was a 500-word speech, and I turned it in. Weeks passed, the days passed, and after I turned it in, I wasn't really thinking about it. Senior activities were coming up. I was the commissioner for fundraising, so I was trying to make sure that we got prom paid for. And I get a letter in the mail. So I'm walking up to my mailbox, and I see this letter. I open it, and it says that I'm invited to this convention. It was held at Cal State Long Beach. So the days passed by, and Saturday finally arrived. I get to the convention, we write our name tags. Everybody puts their name tags on. We start walking, and everybody sits down. So I sit down, and I was really happy because I was with my friends. My group of friends, there was about 10 of us, were all selected, and it was my close friends. And I thought to myself, like, even if I don't win, it would be really nice if my friends won the scholarship. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, I would never win this, this is not something that, like, I thought myself as a regular person, I felt like you needed to be an overachiever to win something like this. So I sat down, and as I'm sitting down, they bring us food, water, and then an entertainment came on. It was a bunch of girls, they just started dancing and doing all these tricks. And the Senator Allen, he came up and he started, he said, we're about to begin the conference, please have a seat. So I'm over here, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, it's about to start. So I sit down, and I'm talking to my friends, and they start calling names. So, I was just like, I didn't care about any of their school. So, you hear Paramount, you didn't hear Paramount, you hear Downey, Warren, Southgate, every school except for Paramount. And I was just like, oh my God, like, this sucks, It's not that I wasted my morning, it was an eventful day, but I didn't hear what I wanted to hear. So it comes up to the last 2 schools. And I remember her name. It was Diana Vargas, who won from Warren High School. And then they said it. I hear Audrey Valdez, Paramount High School. I was just like, oh my God, no, I didn't. I literally had this face, and I was just like, did they just call my name? So I get up, and I'm just like, oh, I can't believe it. And in my mind, I was just like, yes, I knew I was an average, yes. So I get up there, I received the award, and it was bittersweet. I was happy I won it, and I wish my parents would have been there to see me, because it was something that, my brother's smart, like, guy, so I was just like, one point for Audrey. And I would have to say that was probably one of the best days of my life. I won a $500 scholarship for writing about my struggles and how I've overcome them.
to.